that was a building, and the community and we are the general store. You know, the people who live here are everything that the general store really is.
When you come up Route 5 into town from the highway, it's what you see.
This is the oldest general store in a state that is known for general stores. A business like this is central to the community as a whole. It's like part of their heart.
Call was for a reported fire in the building with fire showing.
The old building had been here since 1796.
When the first two engines got here, we had heavy fire showing from the third floor end of the building as well as along the peak of the building.
The Historical Society, being the only nonprofit that was logical, took ownership of the building.
The Historical Society made an effort to get the volunteers, get the grant money, loans, and fix the structure so that the store could reopen.
We were just about to launch a campaign to work on the interior and finish the job, meaning the interior was still a shell, had no sheetrock, no fire suppression.
It was like deja vu from almost exactly 2 years ago. No one could believe what was going on.
The Putney General Store and the attached adjacent building have been ravaged by fire. But fire officials say this time was different.
We have termed the fire suspicious, and a full investigation is ongoing at this time.
For an arson to burn the thing completely to the ground with nothing left, there was a hole where the heart of the town had been.
It's just an enormous part of the community. I can't, it's the heart of Putney. It's the heart of this town.
Then the town has to really look inside themselves and say, you know, we're not going to let this happen.
We can't let an arsonist define what the center of our town looks like.
To start from scratch, having just put in all of that effort and just say, all right, we're doing it again. We'll do whatever it takes. So they just started over and designed and built and grant money and volunteers.
We had donations from hundreds of community members and foundations and state.
These are small towns, and you have to have lived in a small town to realize that this is central to who we are, and in Vermont, especially central.
There was sort of this real eye-opener for people saying, I didn't realize this, but that was my social. That was my sense of community. That was the thing that got me out of my home and connected.
Because it's not just a place to buy milk. If you come in to buy milk, you may also learn who had a baby or who's sick and who may need, you learn important community news, and it's really sad that so many towns that have lost that and that there's no center.
People come in and just introduce themselves, not even by name, just like, I built that. Like, I am part of this store. These pegs and these posts in the store, I grew those trees. Those were on my property. I milled those, so I helped put these finished pieces together.
Can a town survive if there's no place for people to come together and meet one another and have a conversation? Where people, regardless of their political opinion or their socioeconomic status, you can still go to a general store and feel comfortable, like you belong there.
There's a passion that goes with our core customers, and everybody else comes because they want to feel that, they want to be a part of that. I do this with an understanding that this is their building, this is their store, but I am part of that now, and I'll do everything I can for as long as I'm here.
In 1930, we delivered our first gallon of milk. Almost 100 years later, we owe our existence to the community stores throughout Vermont.
We're the heart of the community.
It's not just a store, it's a place where people take care of each other.
I don't know what we do in Vermont without general stores.
I grew up here. This is my everything.
See all 8 episodes presented by Monument Farms. MonumentFarms.com.